Nation here with Jason Sibley with Repping the Star. Y'all know I don't like long intros and things like that. I like to dive in and get right to the point, but I have to take a moment just to say thank you to all my new subscribers, those that are following me, sharing this page. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, all the love that I'm receiving. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that button, hit that like button, leave a comment. But let's dive into it. We have so much to discuss before we kind of dive into this Seahawks matchup on Thursday. So one of the first things I want to mention is Shaq Leonard. Previous linebacker with the Colts was recently released, and he visited with the Cowboys. Now, I was expecting to receive some type of breaking news notification on my phone that, we signed him to a contract. Did not happen. Jerry Jones said he was taking him on lunch and all this other stuff, and I thought that Jerry Jones was going to lay it down to sit there and convince this man to sign with us, but it didn't happen. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it won't happen. It just did not happen yet. A lot of people keep asking me, like, is that a must sign? And do I think Leonard's going to be what he was when he was Defensive Player of the Year? No. But do I think that we could use that leadership? Do I believe that we could use that wisdom, how physical he plays? Yes, we need that. Once the Van Der Esch went down, I feel like a lot has changed. Now, this is no knock against Bell because he's played well, but we do need a true linebacker. And I feel like if we sit there and sign Leonard, then we can also get Micah back on the defensive line, rushing QBs, causing more havoc on him. So, in my opinion, is it a must sign? It's not a must sign, but it will be really, really nice to sit there and beef up this defensive side of the ball, and even just give some more depth. But what disgusts me is that he's going to Philly. Now, granted, the Cowboys have about $6 million in cap space. Philly has roughly $2, unless they're about to release somebody. But it's almost like dating. Who's gonna woo me? Who's gonna impress me more? And I don't know what kind of pitch Jerry Jones gave him, but it didn't seal the deal. So he's there's plenty of fish in the sea. He's gonna see what speaks to him, and that's fair. You have every right to sign wherever you want to sign, but of all teams, the Eagles. And that's the thing that's going to make me sick to my stomach. I have no, actually, I was about to say I don't have anything against the organization, but I do. But my biggest factor with that is I see their coach with that stupid look on his face. And that's like, oh, I beat the Cowboys to get this play. That's what I don't want to happen. So it's just, if you're going to sign anywhere, just, if it's not with the Cowboys, sign with anybody. Just do not sign with Buffalo. I don't care. Don't sign with the Eagles. That's it. Anyway, enough about that. We'll find out probably sometime this weekend. Now the next thing is I was actually going through some videos, and I came across a video with Aaron Rodgers. He was talking like amazingly about Dak Prescott. So I'm not going to talk about it. I'll just go ahead and
handling
show
everything
you.
line of scrimmage. Now you're doing this crazy cadence stuff. Like, I love it, and I just want to shout out Dak for like really impressing me
That baby Dak.
multiple
Yeah,
times.
Hey, baby Dak. He doesn't hear that a lot.
No, he doesn't.
Doesn't get to hear that a lot. Way to go, Dak. Here we go.
Now, real recognize real. Now, Dak has been receiving so much hate. I mean, these people have ran this man through the mud, and I appreciate somebody actually just stepping up and just saying, hey, why don't we give credit where credit is due? Now, he may not be your favorite QB, whatever have you, but when you look at his stats, you have to understand, like, we can't just sit there and put him in this bubble and just say, hey, because he had an off season, because that's all it was. It was an off season. I've argued this with so many people, with friends, family. I've argued this fact that what we saw last year with Dak and his interceptions is not who he is. It was just a bad season. I remember that season where Zeke seemed like he was having a fumbling episodes every few games. Seemed like he could not hold on to the ball. Sometimes you're just going to have bad days. You're going to have bad seasons, bad games. Don't sit there. If we're going to be, described and identified by our mistakes, man, we all in a load of trouble. You know what I mean? But Dak Prescott is, stat wise, how he's been balling right now. You have to give him credit. Now, um, I feel like with this team, we went through a weird stage. That San Fran game, I think it did a lot for us. And I know y'all probably gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm just follow me, just walk with me for a second. One of my very first videos that I posted on here, I talked about how Dak Prescott seemed very robotic. It seemed like he was playing it safe. Let's passenger check downs. Let's not stretch out the field. Let me stay in the pocket. It boring, safe, predictable. That's all it was. And then all of a sudden, here comes the San Fran game. We get hit in our mouths in front of everybody. And ever since that game, starting with the Chargers game, things have been different. You saw the offense evolve. You saw that the play calling has changed. You saw the way Dak has been extending plays. He's playing out of his mind ever since that game. Sometimes you need those games to wake you up. Sometimes you need those games to sit there and say, hey, this safe way ain't going to cut it. Not when you sit there and got a target to sit there and say, hey, we trying to win a Super Bowl. Now, I'm not one of those Cowboy fans who wants to sit around every single year and sit there and say, we're going to win the Super Bowl. Now, I will say it when I'm trying to piss somebody off, but really, I'm just trying to get under somebody's skin. End of the day, I'm not going to say we're going to win the Super Bowl every single year. I am a fan who says, show me. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that they've made adjustments to sit there and say, hey, you know what? The old way wasn't working. What the mindset and the maybe how we planned it out did not work. So let's go back to the drawing board and sit there and say, hey, Dak, play freely. I need you to go out here. And one thing I will say that's different between some of the earlier games, it looks like they're having fun. And I love that. It looks like they're having fun. They're trusting one another. It's a big celebration. When you see one of them make a touchdown, they all in there celebrating. It's a big deal. You look at that one play where Bland broke the record for pick sixes, and everybody on the sidelines hyped. Everybody's excited. This is what I love to see, and maybe this is what's going to start this train for rolling. I'm not saying it's going to be a Super Bowl. I'm just saying that it may be a little different. That's all I'm saying. Now, sports writers are saying basically, hey, this first game with Seattle is the beginning of the hardest stretch of the Cowboys season. And rightfully so. We haven't beat a team that was 500 or above. We lost against the Cardinals. I try to always pretend like that never happened. 49ers, like I said, very embarrassing, got hit in the mouth, and then we lost against the Eagles. Eagles game was a very winnable game, and it was a away game, but we still should have won that game, but we dropped it. Now, a lot of people will sit there and say, hey, you know what? Who have the Cowboys played? They don't want to get caught up in the hype. They say, hey, well, who did you play? And I'm like, whoever was on the schedule. That's who we played. I mean, I don't understand. Like, yes, we played who was on our schedule, and I'm sorry if we beat somebody by, 30, 40 points. It was on the schedule. But at the end of the day, I feel like this is the time to really show up. This is the time to really say, hey, what are we made of? Like, is this okay? Y'all could just beat up y'all the bullies, y'all could beat up on bad teams, or is this a team that's saying, hey, nah, we Super Bowl contenders? It's about this, it's time to show and prove. The very first game is against Seattle. Now, I'm no disrespect to Geno Smith, comeback player of the year last season. But the thing about it is, if we're going to compare Dak Prescott to Geno Smith, I'm sorry, I'm going with Dak all the way. They have some weapons, DK Metcalf, Lockett. They have some playmakers, but still, I still would take our team over that team. I think that it's going to be one of those games that if we play a clean game, don't give up the interceptions. Don't give up the fumbles. Penalties, please minimize it. Because now you're not playing a team that's going to sit there and just let you get away with silly mistakes like that. Sam Williams, hey, let's chill out with some of these unnecessary calls. But if we play a clean game, we got this. I don't really think that this is where it starts. I think that are they a better team than what we just played against the Commanders? Yeah. Do I think they're a better team than the Giants? Yeah. Panthers? Yes. But I don't think that this is the caliber team that I'm saying, oh, I'm shaking in my boots. Oh, this team. I'm always going to believe the Cowboys going to win. I don't care. I do not care. Give until they lose, I believe they can win. So I don't think this is a game that we're going to sit there and fold. And this is the it's going the avalanche is going to start. No, I think the Cowboys are going to come out. They're going to play a clean game, and I feel like we're going to win this one. So if I had to give my prediction for this particular game, Cowboys are going to win this game. 35-21. I don't think that we now Geno Smith is dealing with an elbow issue. Their Walker running back is oblique. Okay, I mean, injuries may work in our favor. I don't wish injuries on nobody. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that maybe the time that we are playing them, maybe they're a little beat up right now, and then maybe we could take advantage of that. We'll need it, So I do think that they will score. They have too many playmakers not to score. But at the end of the day, Dallas Cowboys will be victorious. We're going to keep this thing rolling. We're so strong at home. We got the next 2 games at home. I say we're about to win for the next 2 weeks. Go out there and make me a profit at the end of the day. But I'll see y'all. Reaction video coming soon. I'll see y'all Thursday night. Peace. Be blessed.